Hello, everyone. Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. Today's video is a review of Buckhead #1. This is a comic from Boombox, which is an imprint of Boom Studios. So let's get into the creative team, and then we'll talk a little bit about what this book is about. So this book is written by Shobo with art by George Kambadais, letter by Jim Campbell, and then, like I mentioned, is published by Boombox. So what the synopsis for this book? What strange secrets lie in the mysterious town of Buckhead, USA? Toba, who's our main character, and his mother, a renowned scientist, have immigrated to the US, but instead of living in a big city like Toba always dreamed of, they've moved to a sleepy little town in the Pacific Northwest, which I was listening to my buddy Mike in his podcast, and he's like, what is it about the Pacific Northwest that always brings these kind of shenanigans? So the town is called Buckhead, hence the name of the book. So in the middle of this picturesque and pedestrian town, Toba discovers that things aren't as perfect as they seem. Toba and his newfound friends find a strange video game, a perfect replica of his town and its people, and soon Toba is on the run from the Men in Black with his friends brainwashed by microchips. Um, so when I first got this book and I read the synopsis and everything, and Boombox usually steers a little bit younger for a younger audience, and the book is definitely, I mean, you can kind of tell this is an all ages book, which I think I highly recommend for anyone that's just getting into comics. As a if you know a young reader, or if you are a young reader watching our channel, I would definitely recommend this, just kind of as a nice entry point. The comic is really interesting. They set up some really cool, like a really cool mystery. The art is fantastic. Like the aesthetics here. Let's look at some art. So these are the opening pages where we see the scientist, Toba's dad, and his mom, who we see later in the issue as well. They are at a dig site deep beneath the jungle in the outskirts of Nigeria. So this is kind of where the mystery happened. We don't really know exactly what happens to them at this point. We just kind of see that, something's happening. This bola, whatever they just found in the cave, is active, and it saps some stuff away. We don't really know. Like I said, we just kind of jump from there forward back to Buckhead. So I really enjoyed the pacing of this book. I think it's really cool, and like I said, the opening pages really set up an interesting mystery. But then we jump ahead to meet Toba, who is our main character, who's the person we're actually going to be following along with the story. And let's look at some art here. You could tell, like, he's just a regular kid. He's living in this small town, and he's having to get ready for school and starting a new year. And then one of the things that I found most relatable is that you always get that one zit, even the little sound effect here, zit. Like, I really like that kind of stuff. Like that level of detail, I think is great, especially like I mentioned for younger readers. I think it's interesting for them to see themselves in the character in the book, and feel like they can really relate. Relatability is the main reason that we get into these stories, right? Because we want to see characters that we can relate to and we can empathize for them as the stories go by. So I think the book definitely captures that, sets up this really cool mystery, and as you get into the book, you start meeting Toba's friends, or the people that he meets in school, and they're very interesting characters. They're all very different. So I very much enjoy this for what it is. Like I said, I don't think the main demographic for a book like this, but I think it's something that any age group can find enjoyable. So I'll revisit this once the story is complete. I think this is going to be a 6 issue, or at least the first arc. I think this will be a book that'll go on a little longer, but I think the first arc will definitely let me know if this is something I want to keep reading. But just from this first issue, I quite enjoyed it. I think the art really, really, it digs. Like, I dig that aesthetic. So yeah, I found this book to be a very pleasant surprise, I would call it, because I was not expecting to enjoy a book like this so much, just like I said, because of my expectations of like it's something different than what I normally read, and you guys can kind of see through the playlist of the comic reviews. Is not the type of book that we normally read or review. But yeah, let me know if you pick up this book, what you think of it. If you have any other, if you read any other stuff from Boombox, let us know in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. We have more comic reviews on the channel. Check those out. TV recaps, movie reviews. We go live on Sundays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We just talked about the first look at the Spider-Verse movie, the part 1 that's coming out next year. And that was a really fun discussion with the guys. So yeah, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.